Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ambassador Steve Farrell, also our Cabinet Secretary, the Acting Prime Minister and Minister for Justice, Immigration and National Security, Honorable Reuben Blackmore, Minister for Tourism, Urban Renewal, Senator Honorable Robert Tong, members of Cabinet, Coordinator of Diaspora Affairs, Ms. Athenia Benjamin, ambassadors, permanent secretaries, Chief of Police, representatives of small business units, Invest Dominica Authority, Discover Dominica Authority, National Development Foundation, Dominica Social Security, Dexia, the Aid Bank, Head of Immigration Departments, Police Security Personnel, all visiting nationals, including the executive of various diaspora groups and organizations, the media, and all our friends. Fellow Dominicans, and of course, my good friend, Lauren Banis Roberts, who has been the former coordinator and now here with us on every single occasion. Fellow Dominicans, over the last years, the government of Dominica has adopted a policy to promote improved access to safe, healthy, and affordable housing for all Dominicans as a major contributor to enhance social and economic development. The understanding is that shelter is a basic human need and that the health and well-being of a community is directly linked to the shelter enjoyed by its residents. Shelter is a need and a responsibility for everyone. This has become more relevant in the past, especially now post-Tropical Storm Erika era. As you would be aware, Tropical Storm Erika caused widespread devastation through flooding, landslides, and mudslides throughout the island, destroying several homes or making them uninhabitable. Due to risk of further destruction, and based on the field assessment that has been undertaken, over 454 houses have been destroyed or rendered uninhabitable. We still expect the numbers to increase as the assessment that have been undertaken so far accounts for 93% of the declared special and critical areas, but may not necessarily include other areas where damage was not so widespread. The impact of Tropical Storm Erika has been so severe that some of these areas have to be declared as special disaster zones. Preliminary estimates of damage to the housing sector is estimated at over $125 million. The damage to some communities have been so severe that government has had to take urgent actions to provide safe and suitable housing for many of the families that have been displaced. Ladies and gentlemen, when we go through the various villages that have been hardest hit by Tropical Storm Erika, we must ask ourselves, how could all that damage take place and in such a short space of time? Certainly for us, in the Ministry of Housing, Lands, and Water Resource Management, this has highlighted the need for us to pay attention to several things. Area that should not be demarcated for building, especially residential, the need for us to revisit our building codes and pay attention to flood paths, etc., the need for us to build stronger and better homes that conform to industry standards and best practices. In light of the foregoing, government has taken a decision to resettle 2 of the communities most severely impacted by Tropical Storm Erika. This is a very important but tremendous task. It requires us to first identify suitable sites which are safe and suitable for housing or displaced people. The sites must be evaluated to determine how vulnerable they are to flooding, landslides, mudslides, and wind. They must also be mindful of the impact on the environment, and in that regard, proper environmental analysis is being done to ensure that we address all vulnerabilities. In undertaking this resettlement initiative, we have to ensure that we preserve the identity of the people and their extended family structures and cultures. We are engaging the communities who are to be located to sensitize them and to take their views and concerns into consideration in the decision-making process. Ladies and gentlemen, all of this must be done in the shortest possible time to return some level of normalcy to the lives of our people. In terms of progress made to date, I can report to you that there are 10 sites being considered and evaluated for possible relocation across Dominica. The necessary studies and analysis are being done on these sites. In the first instance, one site has been confirmed with preliminary work ongoing to start the construction of homes in the next few days. The Venezuelan government has offered 300 houses to Dominica, and the first 50 of these houses will be constructed over the next 3 months to house the people of Dubic. Government has also received a gift from the Adventist Development and Relief Agency, ADRA, to construct 10 homes at the estimated cost of $650,000. The site for the construction of these homes have also been selected, and preliminary works are going on to ensure that the site is ready for construction in the next few weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to support the work that the government is doing and to help us to ensure that our people are safe and comfortable. We welcome and thank you for all the support and assistance that you have given to our government and people of our beloved country. And in closing, I'd just like to remind us that Erica has really taught us a serious lesson. And in the past, we have done things, at our own style. And I refer to here as the country. I have been fortunate to live through Hurricane David and experience it myself, and also that was the last century, and in this century, we were greeted by Tropical Storm Erica. When we look at the geologic time scale, and I speak in terms of time and climate change and what's coming to us, it is a reality. And we can no longer do things like business as usual. Our Prime Minister is out of state right now, and our cabinet, most of us who are present here today, we were able to establish a proper coordinated team to manage Dominica during that period. It wasn't an easy period. And we were able to take Dominica in fast time to at least to what you have seen here today. What you're seeing here in Dominica is not what entailed just post-Erica. So I want to say to you, especially those of us who have been helping Dominica, and I must come out and say to our diaspora people and overseas nationals, those here and those listening via internet or whatever means, I must say a special thank you to you. Because without your help, and the help of friendly governments, it would have been much harder for us. So with these few words, I'd like to say thank you, and let's discuss after and look at the ways how we can rebuild Dominica, but we want to rebuild Dominica much stronger. And in honor of our departed brothers and sisters who perished during Tropical Storm Erica, I thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.